Here are the top stories of the hour. A magnitude 5.8 earthquake rocked Maconacon, Isabela on Thursday morning. According to preliminary data from FIVOX, the 5.8 magnitude tremor hit at 8:49 a.m. The epicenter was located 15 kilometers northeast of the province. While damage is expected, FIVOX warns of aftershocks to follow the quake. The Agriculture Department needs around 18 million pesos for cloud seeding operations. DA Field Operations Director Nichols Manalo said cloud seeding operations would help mitigate the impact of El Nino. The process involves the manual seeding of clouds with salt to augment rainfall over an area.
Sa amin namang budget na nasa dito sa regular budget ng DA, meron kaming allocation para doon. But ang tinitingnan siguro natin yung request for cloud seeding, no? So sa ngayon may initial request for 18 million. 18 million ang initial request for cloud seeding operation.
The DA also plans to develop and rehabilitate water management systems like irrigation canals.
Water management through NIA and Irrigators Association, or doon tayo magbibigay ng tulong doon sa pumping irrigation. Lalo ito yung mga nasa areas na nasa tail end na ng irrigation system.
Meanwhile, water allocation for irrigation from Angat Dam is set to be suspended until the next cropping cycle starts by mid-June. Government agencies are also taking measures to avoid cases of fish killed in aqua farms. Shaila Francisco with the big story.
By May 11, the National Water Resources Board will suspend the water allocation for irrigation from Angat Dam. The decision comes as farmers in Bulacan and Pampanga will need little to no supply as harvest season comes to an end. This is also in preparation for the next cropping season. Currently, allocation for irrigation until May 10 is at 10 cubic meters per second, lower than the 30 cubic meters in April.
Kailangan po nating mapangalagaan yung kasalukuyang supply. Sa kasalukuyan ay hindi na po nila kailangan sa kanilang pagtatanim. No? Yung tubig ay binabuti ho muna natin. Huwag muna i-release yan para po mapaghandaan yung sa mga susunod ho nilang pagtatanim po.
The NWRB will resume allocation by mid-June when planting starts. This will, however, depend on the level of Angat Dam, currently at 194.68 meters, well within the normal level. The agency explains that if water level decreased further, especially amid El Nino, domestic supply of consumers in Metro Manila will be prioritized. For its part, the Agriculture Department is focusing on agri-producing provinces seen to be hit the hardest by El Nino. 46 provinces in Cordillera, Ilocos Region, Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, as well as NCR, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol Region, and Western and Eastern Visayas may be vulnerable to lower rainfall. Among crops that may be affected include palay, corn, coconut, fruits, and vegetables. The DA is now eyeing measures like cloud seeding and providing pumps to mitigate losses. Back in 2019, losses for rice and corn alone due to El Nino amounted to 10.7 billion pesos.
Hindi pa namin masasabi yung kung anong scale ng magiging impact ng El Nino, no? But yung 2019, categorized siya as weak, no? Pero 7 months lang siya. We're hoping na hindi ganon magiging kalakas itong dadating kung na El Nino, but we are assuring na prepared ang DA.
For fish, small pelagic ones such as tuna and sardines may benefit from El Nino as they prefer warmer temperature. Still, authorities are monitoring incidents of fish kill, particularly in aquaculture fish such as tilapia and bangus. They are now advising operators not to overstock.
Yung mga land-based aquaculture magkakaroon ng pagbaba ng level ng tubig. So, mangangahulugan ito ng pagbaba rin ng dissolved oxygen at maaring manghulugan ng mga fish kill. Kapag nagkakaroon ng overstocking, mataas ang competition for dissolved oxygen.
Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Listed firm Metro Pacific Investments Corp. reported higher income in their first 3 months of 2023, led by demand for utilities, amid a good start for this year. However, Chairman Manny Pangilinan defended plans to privatize the firm. Shyla Francisco with the rest of the details.
Metro Pacific Investments Corporation welcomed 2023 with good news. This comes as its core income hit 4.3 billion pesos in the first quarter, up by 38% compared to the same period last year. Its power and water businesses led the growth as more businesses continue to recover from the pandemic. Meralco alone contributed higher income due to the resumption of face-to-face classes and higher demand from hotel, restaurant, and real estate business. For this year, MPIC says it has allotted 140 billion pesos to fund its water and power businesses. MPIC also assures the public that despite plans to delist, business will remain as usual.
There's not going to be any change. We will run MPIC as if it was publicly listed. We will maintain the same board governance. We will still maintain the board committees. And we will also be publishing our integrated reports. At the end of the day, we want to give you the public comfort, that we would still be focused on our purpose of basically providing essential services to the Filipino and uplifting the lives of our country.
Last week, MPIC announced its plan to voluntarily delist from the local boards after it received a tender offer notice from a consortium to acquire a minority stake of the conglomerate. The consortium consists of Metro Pacific Holdings, GT Capital, Mid Pacific, and MIG Holdings. MIG Holdings is controlled by MPIC Chairman Manny Pangilinan. Pangilinan defended the move to go private, saying MPIC's current share price in the stock market does not reflect the value of the company. The consortium is offering to buy per share at 4 pesos and 63 centavos above the 4 pesos and 26 centavos share price before the delisting plan was announced.
Wala naman nangyari sa share price until may made the tender announcement, di ba? 380, 4 pesos, 410, never really moved. So, wala. So, we said, then why are we a public company if you cannot raise public money? Di ba? And how can you raise equity money at a very low share price? It's punitive on the existing shareholders. It just limits your ability to grow. Kasi saan ka kukumpara to buy this or to buy that or to invest here?
Pangilinan also has this to say about MPIC's plan to go private.
You know, I'm also getting, frankly, quite tired of being Pangilinan-led and that sort of thing. So I want to be identified as an owner as well, albeit a modest owner of Metro Pacific, no? So that was something I'd like to see.
The tender offer will run until June. Shyla Francisco, we are One News.
The National Printing Office will help produce millions of driver's license cards to speed up their release. That's in line with the office's deal with the Transportation Department. The NPO agreed to print out 5 million licenses within 60 days or 2 months. Just last month, the LTO announced a shortage in plastic cards for driver's licenses. With that, the LTO extended the validity of licenses with expiry dates falling on April 24 to October 31. And that's it for this hour. I'm Diego Castro. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. We are One News. All sides, all the time.